Hey guys, this is Caitlyn,
Hi, I'm Jess.
and this is Ruin Your Night, the podcast that was founded in 1863 by two Victorian ghosts who were really bored and just really bad at dying. How are you doing today?
She didn't tell me. She said she wrote something and she didn't want to tell me what it was beforehand, and now I understand why. I was putting lip balm on and I almost took a chunk out of it. I was laughed into it. That was really funny.
So, how's it going?
How's it going, eh?
How's it going, eh?
I'm
You
fine.
living your
How
Victorian ghost life?
is that because we just finished the Victorian book at book club?
No,
Oh.
no.
Anyway, I am very cozy right now. It is storming here. We're supposed to get tornadoes.
Tornadoes? I
So I
don't
am
think.
comfy. No, you're out
I.
of the zone. You're totally fine.
What?
You're out of the storm zone. You're totally fine.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not gonna get rain until tomorrow at 7 p.m. It'll
I love a
rain.
good 7 p.m.
I
Shout out
love a
7
good
p.m.
7 AO 7 p.m. The October of the times.
Honestly, I kind of agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
have the same
October of the
vibe.
times.
October and 7
Mhm.
o'clock.
And Thursday,
I wouldn't say Thursday.
I would say Thursday.
Hmm,
Well, what day would you say October is?
a Saturday.
Why is it a Saturday? Saturday's like the end. That's more like November.
Well, I'm not thinking that way. I'm thinking as Saturday's the best day for me because like it's the weekend.
Oh,
And I
oh,
like
I'm thinking
October is
in.
my favorite month.
Oh, I'm thinking of like in like time. But I get that. Okay.
Anyway, Caitlin, what are we talking about today?
Our favorite thing in the entire world, Twilight. But more specifically,
Sorry.
recoupling the Twilight characters.
We're gonna slay. And I wrote down 6 pages of notes, so bear with me.
Because Jessica's too prepared for life.
I don't do anything half-assed. It's really a problem.
Yeah, you need to start, like, you're making me look bad, dog.
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to put the potatoes away, and my cat is meowing in my kitchen. It's okay, they're covered somewhat.
Well,
Hello.
you do have a Zachary.
Oh no, the ink got wet and it spread my notes.
That's so sad.
You're right, I'll text him and tell him to help me out.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I tell you my first idea.
Oh, you want to start
Just,
already?
yeah, I just want it because I'm really excited about it. I have my first idea. Can I tell you?
Sure, I'm listening.
Okay. Rosalie and Jacob.
Really?
Yes,
Please
Rosalie
tell
and
me more.
Jacob. Because if they ended up together, it would be because Jacob imprints on Rosalie and he would be obsessed with her and just it would be her his entire world, and that's all she wants is to be someone be obsessed with her and be in love with her more than breathing,
That
you know.
actually makes a lot of sense if you think about
Right.
it.
Yeah, if you really think about it, like obviously in the universe that Twilight universe we know like they hate each other, but like if
Yeah.
Jacob imprinted on her, like she would be so happy. She'd be like, yes,
And
somebody
it
is
would be
obsessed with
like
me more than anything.
the ultimate enemies to lovers because they like hate each other.
Mm-hmm. And it would just be really funny to see a member of the tribe whose sworn enemies, the Cullens, fall in love with one.
Zach just walked by whistling.
Why?
I don't know what he
Is
does.
he a coal miner?
Fuck Gail.
Prim Reaper.
So true. Do you want to go back and forth or do you want to do yours first? Then I'll do mine.
Oh, you do one.
Okay. I'm just gonna read my top to bottom. My first one is a little strange. It's not like the main characters, but it's
Mm,
Seth and Bree.
okay, elaborate.
Okay. So they're both really young, and it
Hmm.
would have allowed Bree to live. I also wrote kind of weird scenarios what would happen if they were together.
Okay.
Okay. Um, it would have allowed Bree to live because the werewolf's absolute law says that no one can get hurt or imprint. That was an English sentence I just said. It made no sense. Um, Also, he wasn't in like the main fight that killed Diego, was like her only
Mm,
friend. He was like in the side fight with Victoria. So I don't think she would be like scared of him, but I don't think she would have been as scared of him as if he were in the main fight. Be like, oh my God, he killed these people, vampires, these pseudo weird fucked up family she was forced into. Um, Plus, there's no like wolf and vampire romance ever recorded in history, so I would think that would be really cool for content. Um, and plus, Sessin's the only va or werewolf basically that likes vampires, and I
hmm.
think that'd be really cool.
True.
He's so bubbly, he's so sweet.
Hmm.
That's what
Now
I
you see,
have.
the only thing I have to disagree with that is the Volturi would never let that happen, and they would just immediately kill her.
But that would be the
They
plot.
don't care. They don't care about where. No, she would like immediately die. They don't care about werewolf rule. Like
Oh
Jane would
no, for
like
sure, it would cause like
hurt all
another
of
like
them.
huge fight.
Alec
Yeah.
would, yeah, Alec would blind them all with darkness and pain, and
Darkness,
they
no
no
parents.
parents. So I like it, but in that they would have to meet before the Volturi got there.
I see what you're saying.
I have another interesting one.
Okay, go ahead.
Jasper and Jessica Stanley.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it makes no sense. I think it'd be really funny again.
The, the blonde one who
Just
looks
no,
like he's in pain.
yeah, it would just be really funny. Like he would like be, cause she's like kind of like she's an interesting character, and he would like try and like calm her down with his mood stabilizers, whatever,
Ooh,
and then
need
he
him
would
in
end
my
up
life.
just like he would just like end up falling in love with her for no reason because he'd be like studying her. I don't know.
So like
Maybe
what
like
Edward
it's
did?
like his, maybe it's like exposure therapy. He like
That is
befriends her and
so
then
funny,
ends
actually.
up falling in love. You know,
You know?
I think it'd be really funny.
Totes.
I think it'd be
My.
funny.
See, my next one, I have Leah and Jacob.
I get that. I see that. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. I put they're both miserable over people they can't have.
Mhm.
I feel like they would find companionship in one another. Plus, they could go off and be on their own. Leah wouldn't be forced to live with Sam's thoughts every single day
Yeah.
for no control. And Jacob
Hmm.
could maybe get over Bella and they could trauma bond.
Yeah, the best kind of
It's
bonding.
so much. And maybe they wouldn't have an imprint
Hmm.
bond, but I feel like they could lean on another and learn to
Hmm.
love each other in some sort of way.
Hmm.
Kind of like a
Yeah.
close proximity trope.
Yeah. I
That's
think that would be really interesting, actually. Yeah. Just because I think that this is the true love of his life, Edward and Mike.
You're insane.
I genuinely believe that Edward Cullen is in love with Mike Newton. Why else is he so mad that he's obsessed with Bella? The only reason why he
Please
started
tell
dating
me
Bella is
more.
because the only reason he started dating Bella is because Mike was into her too. So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take what you can't have because I'm in love with you. I'm gonna
I'm
pretend that I'm you."
into you.
So, you know, I think that they're just in love with each other. Like they're jealous of each other. They want to be each other. They want to be inside of each other.
Oh, we're
They're
at
in
that
love with
part of
each
the
other. They
night.
want to get married.
Sick.
No, they just, love each other and want to be
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway. My this one's kind of a two-parter, so if can I go back to back?
Sure.
Thank you. The first one is Alice and Bella. And I said,
Obviously.
let's be so real. This would slap. Um,
Mhm.
Alice genuinely loves Bella. It even calls her her girlfriend in Midnight Sun. I know it's like in a friend way, but still, I'm like,
Mhm.
I could see it. She begs Edward to let her say goodbye and just wants to be in her life. And they're just so cute.
Mhm. Oh, I know. I love Bella and Alice together. Like
Plus,
they're
it's like
genuinely like friends.
in Twilight, Bella, or I don't know which book, I don't remember which book, where she's having like premonitions, and I'm like, she could relate to her because, okay, I'm not gonna get into it, but Stephanie Meyer,
Mhm.
what the fuck was that about? Why was she having premonitions if you're not gonna give her premonition fucking vampire powers?
She already had Alice, so she didn't want
Well,
to deal with it.
whatever. Anyway, the second part of this would be Jasper and Bella, and then I said, or
Mhm.
maybe just a throuple with Alice. I feel like that would work.
Ruffle.
I think the
Yeah.
whole uncontrollable monster makes more sense when you have a vampire that's actually like bloodthirsty all the time.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and then I said, I said, like, I'm just like reading my essay at this point.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like Jasper wouldn't be as insanely overprotective of her like Edward is, you know, because he's like
Yeah.
overbearing.
Mhm.
I feel like he'd let her figure her shit out before he asks if she needs help.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jasper can like feel her emotions, so
That too, that would be it. I didn't even think
he would
about
just
the that
he
part.
would know. Yeah, he would just know. He'd be like, okay, gotta step in here. Well, step in here.
What you got for
I
me?
I think just because I think it'd be really cute and wholesome. Seth and Angela.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be so
I
cute? They're both like
love
the sweet.
Angela.
It's like my favorite.
It's like
She's
she was
so
like our
sweet.
only real friend to Bella, human
Hmm.
friend to Bella.
She's like the only like genuinely like decent person in the whole series. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah. She'd be
You
brought
know.
into like all the lore and stuff. It would be so
Mhm.
nice.
Mhm. It'd be really nice.
That's my new headcanon. Wait, how old
Seth
is
and
he? Wait a
Angela.
minute.
Well, when he becomes of age and like gets older, like obviously she goes off to college,
Oh,
and
she
then
comes
like
back.
she like has a job somewhere, and she comes back to like visit her parents, and he's there, and they like run into each other at like a store,
I
and
need
she's
to
like,
go on AO3 real quick.
I think I know you really from somewhere, and he's like, oh, I know Bella, you know Bella, yeah, oh, let's go to dinner, oh, okay, now we're in love and gonna get married, bye.
Yes, I completely agree. That would be a really
Mhm.
cool idea. And I was looking to see if somebody wrote it, and I didn't get that far.
Should write it.
Hey, Roy, is it my turn?
Suppose.
This next one is Edward and myself.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
I'm not explaining on that. I'm just,
No, I get it. I like it.
oh,
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. You and
thank
Eddie.
you. Thank you.
You like it. You like Eddie's.
I did. I took one 2 hours ago.
Eddie, Eddie, Eddie for you. What's another one? I just okay. I just feel like if these two were to be a couple, they would be unstoppable. I mean, they already are
Oh
unstoppable
God.
as a two people who just happen to know each other. But imagine they're like married and like in a relationship. Alice and Edward.
Oh, okay.
Because like she can see the future, he can read minds.
They're like the power
They would
couple,
never
honestly.
they would never have to speak.
Thank God a man doesn't speak anymore.
Like they could just be silent. Like it would be insane. And then I want no, actually I don't want them to be in a relationship. I want them to start a
Actually,
detective agency.
what? What'd you say? Hold on, what?
I don't want them to be together anymore. I want them to be detective partners. They start a detective agency. They
Okay,
would solve
SVU,
all the
Special
case.
Victims Moment.
They would solve all of the crimes. Because Edward would be like, "Oh, I can read your mind and see if you're telling the truth."
Well,
Because
you can't really tell them that
he'd
though.
be, he'd be like, "Well, obviously," but like in his mind, he'd be like, "Haha, I know he's lying." Because the person would be like, "No,
Obviously.
I didn't kill her," and then the person would be thinking in his mind like, "Yeah, I totally killed her, buried her in my backyard," and he'd be
Not the
like, getting a
backyard.
search, like, "I have reason to believe that this person's murdered and dead in this person's backyard," and the judge would be like, "Here's a search warrant." He'd be like, "Dig him up," you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's that cereal with the no, what's that frog that goes
What?
dig it or dig 'em? What's that frog? That frog who's a
What?
cartoon where he's like dig 'em.
I
That's what he'd be like.
literally couldn't tell you.
Fine.
Um,
Who give me another one.
okay, this one's you got Carlisle and Bella. But
They have the most chemistry.
in my mind
Uh,
though, it's not current 17 to 19-year-old Bella. In this scenario, I imagine Bella being like 25 to
well,
30-ish. Like
mhm,
she goes away to college
mhm,
after and everything and grows up. Edward still would leave in New Moon, but
mhm,
maybe Carlisle would stay in contact. Maybe not with like
mhm,
her directly, but with like Charlie,
mhm,
because he'd be
mhm,
so worried about her. He'd be like, "Oh my God, I have to find this doctor." Um,
mhm,
he sees her grown up, and they get together. She gets turns, maybe becomes a pseudo mom. I don't know where Esme is in this scenario, and that's
mhm.
really sad because I love her.
I love Esme. Esme is dating Billy Black, and that would be hilarious
Oh
because
wow.
Billy Black
Yeah, I
hates
just thought
them.
about that.
But like, you can't hate Esme. And like, his
She's
wife is
perfect.
dead, and she is like such a nice being. I feel like Esme's the one vampire that Billy Black could stomach, you know? And that's including
Maybe,
Bella.
yeah.
Because I don't think he
That's
likes
he's
Bella
so for real.
after she, gave up her life to become a vampire. After he like tried warning her so many times, she's like, "Don't do it. Don't do it." She's like, "I did it."
Was that your answer or was that just an example?
That was no, that was my answer.
Oh, okay, I love it. Uh, my next one is has been talked about on the internet before, my
Mm.
reasoning, but Renee and Aro.
That
And
makes so much sense, and that would be so funny. And I need somebody to like write a book.
could you imagine how chaotic that would be?
It would be so insane, and I would love it so much. Like, screw Belle and Edward, Twilight. Like, make Renee and Aro. Come on, let's go.
Because it's like, I remember, was it Midnight Sun? Yeah, I had Midnight Sun, where her thoughts were so loud, they were like screaming at Edward when in
Hmm.
the hospital.
Yeah. Hmm.
Like, could you imagine that woman? Just like if her thoughts are that loud, what she would turn into in like a vampire. Anyway,
Hmm.
um, my what I said is I see her finding out about Bella being a vampire and finds her way to Aro somehow, and he
Hmm.
finds her intriguing and changes her, and they have the most annoying and troubling relationship. She's an insufferable vampire, but I feel like she would be gifted, and it would be enough to keep Aro interested,
Hmm.
and they would have to like
Yeah.
take over the world or some shit.
Yeah, I think so. It just plus, I think it would be really funny that I would be like, "Yo, Cullens, I got your girl's mama over here.
I got showgirl's mama over here.
I got your girl's mama over here, and she loves Aro."
I would love to see Bella fight Renee,
That would
like
be
if they were
so
both
funny.
vampires, because
You
like I bet
remember
she's
that? You
refused to
remember?
get beat
You
up.
remember that? You remember that ChatGPT fanfic that I
Yeah,
made?
yeah.
They literally fought and like she killed her mom. She like broke her into a million pieces. It was
Why
amazing.
diva?
Literally. Um, just, to throw it out there because it makes no sense, and actually it would be kind of funny.
Hmm.
Jane and Emmett.
Ew, what?
Yeah, that'd be so gross. It's so weird.
Why?
Because he can cause physical pain and she can cause mental pain, and they would be demonic.
Wait, that's kind of sick with it.
Yeah, like it would be like they would be like the Terror Twins. Like
Don't
he would
call him
punch
that.
you while she's like burning you in their on the inside.
I don't like it. I
Yeah.
have two more, and they're both involving Charlie with with two different people.
Is it Charlie and Dr. Cullen?
No, but I didn't think about that, and now it should be on here.
Well,
My
it's on
first one
mine, so
is
go ahead.
okay. My first, well, you can go. Yeah, okay. The first one is Charlie and Tanya. Um, I
I get
initially
that.
I initially thought of this one specifically so he would become a vampire and would have
Hmm.
Bella in his life forever.
Yeah.
Um, Charlie and Tanya have both been alone for so long, maybe they'd hit it off. And
Yeah. I think so.
I feel like Charlie would make a sick ass vampire.
He would be such a cool vampire, and he could use his like detective cop knowledge to like, I don't know, he'd probably be like a tracker.
I feel like he would be great friends with Garrett.
Yeah. I think they'd be BFFs. I love Garrett.
Me too. Maybe Benjamin.
Hmm. Oh, Benjamin. He can control the elements. I
Hmm.
love him. Um, my actual one actually is Renesmee and literally anybody else.
I was gonna put her
Oh.
in Nahuel. Sorry, but I didn't.
Mm, that's a good option. Literally anybody other than Jacob. Literally. Just any like random human, random vampire, any other werewolf even. Sea
Literally anybody.
monster, wizard, literally anybody
The
but
Loch Ness
Jacob.
Monster.
The Loch Ness, Kim the gorilla. By the way, Kim the gorilla, July 4th, Becky's going on vacay. That's when she's gonna escape from the zoo.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
TikTok, the AI gorilla that I
No, I
follow.
know like her, but I don't know the drama.
Oh my gosh, so she's like in the zoo, and Becky, her zookeeper, only gives her like bruised bananas. And she escaped one time and she like wore like a pink rain poncho and some sunglasses. But then they found her, and then she stole all of Becky's makeup and did a makeup tutorial, and she looked gorgeous. And then there's this video of Becky, and she's like, someone stole all my makeup, and I think I have an idea who it is, and it just pans to Kim the gorilla in full beat.
Wait, that's so funny.
Oh, it's beautiful. I freaking love Kim the gorilla. My, and then we have to end on Charlie and
Oh, I
Carlisle.
have one more.
Oh, sorry, go
Oh,
ahead,
so
and then we'll
I'll
end
go and
on.
then you go. Okay.
Yeah,
Mine is Esme and Charlie. And
that'd
this would
actually
only
be really
work.
cool.
This would only work, I
If
feel, if Carlisle just wasn't in the picture, like at all. Like he's
like
just not a
like
character.
if the scene in Breaking Dawn Part 2 when they have that big fight, if
Hmm.
that was real and not just a vision, 100%.
Yeah. Um,
They would, if he died, they would like she would like reach out to, I feel like she would like kind of go into like solitude, but then like
I just feel like
Bella, would like
she
tell
would want to
Charlie like,
take
"Oh
care
yeah,
of him.
he." Yeah, like, cause like cause I feel like Charlie would kind of want to reach out to her, because Bella would
Hmm.
be like, "Oh yeah, because Carlisle died or whatever," not telling him like how, but just like, "Oh, he died,"
Yeah,
and
I think
then he would be like, "Oh," like like just like going to like talk to her to like be friends, and then they fall in love.
yeah, I feel like if he gave it the chance, he would like become infatuated with her and it would be
Hmm.
very, very cute.
I think so.
Okay,
That would be really
wrap us
cute.
up, Diva.
The only one that matters is Charlie and Daddy Dr. Cullen. Just, I mean, there's no explanation needed. They have more chemistry than Edward and Bella. They have
That
more
one
chemistry than
scene,
Edward with anybody. They have more chemistry than a rock and a hard place.
Oh,
Like, they. It's my dreams. I love them. Only the Billy Burke, Peter Fasinelli versions of them, though. Not Book. Because
you say
Book
Billy
Charlie is
Burke?
trash. That's who plays.
No, yeah, I know. As soon as I said it, I'm like, why are you saying that? I know that. I'm
Because
sorry, I'm
Book
an idiot.
Charlie. Book Charlie is trash. Movie
Yes.
Charlie is the good Charlie.
I'm over here petting my cat and she just like aggressively bit me. What the fuck, dog? That's not
What a
cool.
jerk.
Anyway.
That's so mean, actually. Yeah.
100% canon.
Mm-hmm.
Love them.
One. Yep. In my dreams. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What else you got going on in life?
Well, I've been having trouble sleeping, so I think I'm turning into like a night owl, and I don't like it. I've been staying up till like odd hours of the night.
Uh-oh.
But that's not fun.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
an early bird.
I'm an early bird, but I'm also a late riser. But
Mm,
I'm becoming a night owl and a late riser. And I don't like it. I
mm,
don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. It's not fun for me. Not fun for anyone, really. Let's be real here.
Well,
Well, I guess we should sign off.
this
Time to
has
go
been a
back
short
into our
episode.
bottles. Hey,
What?
I'm short and I'm great. We're ghosts.
I forgot about that.
Okay. I'm gonna go find out what electricity is.
I'm gonna go read a book.
Toodaloo.
Bye.